They don't want you to know this. The moment you understand quantum entanglement, your subconscious mind will never be the same. Reality itself will start behaving differently around you. You'll begin to notice strange coincidences, eerie synchronicities, and even moments where your thoughts seem to shape the physical world. This isn't science fiction, it's real, and it's happening all around you. But only a few truly understand how to harness it. The question is, will you? Everything you've been taught about reality is incomplete. The world around you, solid objects, physical space, even time itself, is not as fixed as it seems. At the core of existence lies something so strange, so counterintuitive, that even the greatest scientific minds struggle to explain it. It's called quantum entanglement, and once you grasp its true implications, you'll realize that your subconscious mind is far more powerful than you've ever imagined. This is not just a theory, it's a hidden truth that connects everything in the universe. Quantum entanglement is the phenomenon where two or more particles become so deeply linked that no matter how far apart they are, across the room or across the galaxy, what happens to one instantly affects the other. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance because it defies our traditional understanding of space and time. But here's the part they don't tell you. If particles can be entangled, so can thoughts, emotions, and even consciousness itself. The very fabric of your reality is shaped by unseen forces, and whether you realize it or not, your mind is already playing the game. The question is, are you in control of it? One of the most famous experiments in quantum physics, the double-slit experiment, exposed something truly unsettling. When scientists shot tiny particles at a screen with two slits, they expected them to behave like tiny bullets passing through one slit or the other. But instead, when no one was observing, the particles acted like waves, passing through both slits simultaneously and interfering with themselves. The moment scientists measured which slit the particles went through, they suddenly behaved like solid objects again. In other words, simply observing reality changed the outcome. Now think about what that means. If the act of observation can shape physical reality at the quantum level, then what happens when you observe your own thoughts, emotions, and subconscious beliefs? This isn't just philosophy. It's the key to understanding how your mind interacts with the universe in ways beyond your wildest imagination. Every single atom in your body, every thought in your mind, and every emotion you feel is part of this vast, interconnected quantum field. Your subconscious, that hidden part of your mind operating beneath your awareness, is constantly sending and receiving information through this field. This means your deepest thoughts and beliefs are not just confined to your brain. They ripple out into reality, influencing events, circumstances, and even the people around you. But most people are trapped. They live in a state of unconscious entanglement, where their thoughts and emotions are entangled with fear, doubt, and limitations imposed by society. They unknowingly reinforce their own struggles by constantly observing and expecting them. But what if you could break free? What if you could consciously entangle yourself with success, abundance, and happiness instead? Mastering quantum entanglement isn't about memorizing equations or understanding complex physics. It's about learning to align your subconscious mind with the deeper reality beneath the surface. Because once you do, you'll begin to notice something incredible. Moments of synchronicity, thoughts manifesting in the physical world, a sense that you are somehow tapped into something greater than yourself. This isn't coincidence. It's quantum entanglement in action, and if you know how to use it, your reality will never be the same. Right now, without even realizing it, your mind is already entangled with the universe. Every thought you have sends out an unseen signal, rippling through the quantum field, subtly influencing reality in ways you may not yet understand. But here's the problem. Most people operate on autopilot. They let their subconscious mind absorb random influences from the world around them, never questioning the kind of energy they're connecting with. This is why so many feel stuck, why patterns in life seem to repeat, and why true transformation feels just out of reach. The human brain isn't just a biological organ, it's a quantum processor. Traditional neuroscience focuses on neurons and chemical reactions, but recent research suggests something far more mysterious is at play. Inside your brain are tiny structures called microtubules, which may be responsible for quantum processing. Scientists like Dr. Stuart Hameroff and physicist Roger Penrose have proposed that consciousness itself emerges from these quantum interactions. If this is true, then your mind is not just thinking inside your skull, it's interacting with reality on a fundamental level, entangled with the quantum field in ways science is only beginning to grasp. But the real key isn't just understanding this, it's using it. Think about the moments in your life when you've had a gut feeling that turned out to be right, or when you thought about someone just before they called you, or when you walked into a room and immediately felt a strange energy, even before anyone spoke. These are not random occurrences. They are glimpses into your subconscious, picking up on quantum information, tuning into entanglements you weren't consciously aware of. Your subconscious mind is a receiver, constantly interpreting signals from the quantum field. But just like a radio, what you tune into determines what you experience. If your subconscious is programmed with fear, scarcity, and limitation, that's the frequency you'll stay on. You'll keep attracting situations that reinforce those beliefs not because of luck or fate, but because of quantum resonance. But here's the game changer. If you reprogram your subconscious to align with abundance, confidence, and success, you'll start entangling with a completely different reality. Science has already proven that thoughts affect physical matter. In the famous experiments by Dr. Masaru Emoto, water molecules exposed to positive words and intentions formed beautiful, intricate crystalline structures, while those exposed to negativity became chaotic and deformed. If thoughts can change the structure of water, and your body is made up of nearly 70% water, then imagine what they're doing to your entire reality. The key to unlocking your full potential isn't just thinking positively. It's mastering the way your subconscious interacts with the quantum field. This isn't about forcing change, it's about alignment. The moment you start consciously choosing what you entangle with, your entire life begins to shift. You start attracting the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances almost effortlessly. And that's when you realize your subconscious isn't just a passive observer. It's a powerful creator, shaping your reality in ways you never thought possible. Now that you understand how your mind is already entangled with the quantum field, the next step is learning how to take control of this connection. Most people drift through life unaware of the forces shaping their reality, but once you activate your quantum connection intentionally, everything changes. You start to experience life in a completely different way, where things that once seemed impossible start happening effortlessly. The first key to activating your quantum connection is meditation. But not just any meditation. The goal here is to reach specific brainwave states that allow your subconscious mind to access and interact with the quantum field directly. In everyday life, your brain operates mostly in the beta state, which is linked to logical thinking and stress. But to truly harness quantum entanglement, you need to tap into the deeper frequencies, alpha, theta, and even gamma states, where the subconscious mind becomes highly receptive. Alpha waves occur when you're in a relaxed, creative state, like when you're daydreaming or in deep focus. Theta waves are even deeper linked to intuition, visualization, and the moments right before sleep. And gamma waves, that's where things get truly interesting. Studies have shown that advanced meditators, such as Tibetan monks, produce an unusually high amount of gamma waves, which are linked to expanded awareness, heightened perception, and even moments of profound insight. This is no coincidence. When you reach these states, you're tapping into the quantum field in a way that most people never do. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Your emotions play a critical role in this process. If you try to entangle with the quantum field from a place of fear, doubt, or stress, you're only reinforcing those frequencies in your reality. But if you enter these states with emotions like gratitude, love, and excitement, you amplify those vibrations and attract experiences that match them. This isn't just spiritual theory. Quantum physics itself confirms that the observer shapes reality. What you expect, what you focus on, and what you emotionally invest in becomes your reality. So, how do you align your subconscious with the quantum field? One of the most powerful techniques is visualization. When you vividly imagine a reality as if it's already happening, your brain begins to rewire itself. It doesn't know the difference between an imagined experience and a real one. This has been proven through countless neuroscience studies. Athletes who visualize themselves performing at peak levels show the same brain activity as those physically practicing. What does this mean for you? It means that if you can consistently see, feel, and believe in the reality you want, you are literally entangling yourself with it at the quantum level. Another powerful method is using affirmations, but not in the way most people do. Simply saying, "I am successful" or "I am abundant" doesn't work if your subconscious doesn't believe it. Instead, you need to attach strong emotion and certainty to these statements. When you say them while in an altered state, like just before sleep or right after meditation, your subconscious absorbs them much more deeply. The final key is action. Quantum entanglement isn't just about thought, it's about alignment. The universe responds to movement. When you take inspired action that aligns with your desired reality, you send a powerful signal to the quantum field that you are serious about this shift. The moment you start thinking, feeling, and acting in alignment with the future you want, the quantum field begins rearranging itself to match that frequency. And that's when the real magic happens. You begin to notice synchronicities, things falling into place effortlessly, unexpected opportunities appearing, and events lining up in ways that seem almost too perfect to be coincidence. But it's not coincidence, it's quantum physics in motion. And the more you trust the process, the stronger your connection becomes. Once you've learned how to align your subconscious with the quantum field, something incredible starts to happen. You gain the ability to manifest outcomes with precision. This isn't about wishful thinking or vague positive affirmations. It's about understanding how quantum physics explains what many call the law of attraction. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to manifest their desires effortlessly while others struggle despite trying everything, the answer lies in the observer effect. The observer effect, one of the most mind-bending discoveries in quantum mechanics, proves that simply observing a particle changes its behavior. In other words, what you focus on determines what becomes real. But most people don't realize that this applies not just to subatomic particles, but to life itself. Every thought you have is an observation, every belief you hold is an expectation, and every emotion you feel reinforces a particular version of reality. Here's where most people get it wrong. They focus on what they don't want. They dwell on their fears, their struggles, and their limitations, unknowingly entangling themselves with those very outcomes. They think they're practicing manifestation, but their subconscious is actually locked in a state of resistance. And because the quantum field responds to your dominant frequency, it keeps delivering situations that match that vibration. So, how do you shift this? The key is to embody the reality you desire before it physically appears. Quantum manifestation isn't about waiting for something to happen. It's about aligning yourself with the version of you that already has it. The more you immerse yourself in that frequency, the faster the quantum field adjusts to reflect it. Here's a simple yet powerful technique. Instead of just visualizing your desired outcome, step into the feeling of already having it. If you want financial abundance, don't just picture money. Feel the security, the freedom, and the excitement of already living that reality. If you want deep, meaningful relationships, feel the love and connection as if it's already part of your life. Your emotions are what signal the quantum field, and when they match your desired outcome, reality has no choice but to align with it. Another crucial factor is belief. If your subconscious mind is filled with doubt, you'll unconsciously block the very thing you're trying to manifest. This is why so many people struggle with manifestation. It's not that the process doesn't work, it's that their subconscious is still wired to expect the old reality. One of the fastest ways to override this is repetition. The more you affirm and experience your new reality internally, the more your subconscious accepts it as truth. And then there's action. Too many people think manifestation means sitting back and waiting for miracles to happen. But in reality, action is what bridges the gap between thought and reality. The universe responds to movement. When you take even small steps toward your goal, you send a powerful signal that you're serious, that you're not just daydreaming, you're claiming your reality. And when the quantum field sees that alignment, things start shifting fast. This is when you'll begin noticing something strange. Life starts arranging itself in ways that feel almost scripted. The right people show up at the perfect time. Unexpected opportunities arise. You'll see repeated signs like numbers or symbols guiding you forward. This isn't luck or coincidence. This is the quantum field responding to your new frequency. The deeper you go into this process, the more you realize that reality isn't something happening to you. It's something you're co-creating in every moment. And once you fully embrace that power, you become unstoppable. At this point, something profound begins to happen. You start experiencing synchronicities at an overwhelming rate. What most people dismiss as coincidence, you now recognize as direct signals from the quantum field. These moments are not random. They are proof that your subconscious mind is fully entangled with the reality you are creating. Once you understand how to recognize and amplify these signs, you can begin shifting timelines at will. But what exactly are synchronicities? These are meaningful coincidences, events that seem too perfectly timed to be accidental. You think about an old friend, and suddenly they call. You've been searching for an answer, and the exact information appears in a book you randomly pick up. You keep seeing the same numbers over and over, as if reality itself is leaving you breadcrumbs. These are not just odd occurrences. They are messages from the quantum field, indicators that your subconscious is aligning with a new reality. Here's the secret. Synchronicities become more frequent the closer you get to a major shift. When you begin consciously entangling with a new timeline, reality starts sending you confirmation. The stronger your belief, the faster these signs appear. But most people ignore them, dismiss them, or even doubt them. And when they do, they disrupt the entanglement, slowing down their shift. So how do you use synchronicities to accelerate your transformation? First, pay attention. The more you acknowledge these moments, the more they increase. Treat every synchronicity as confirmation that you are on the right path. Second, act on them. If a sign points you in a direction, follow it. The quantum field responds to movement. When you take action based on the signals you receive, you reinforce your entanglement with the desired reality. And here's where things get even more powerful. When you master this process, you can begin shifting between timelines. Most people assume reality is fixed, but in the quantum model, every possible version of your life already exists. The future where you succeed, the future where you fail, the future where you take an entirely different path. It's all happening simultaneously. The version of you that has everything you desire is not a possibility. It's a reality waiting for you to tune into it. Shifting timelines is not about creating something from nothing. It's about merging your awareness with a different version of reality that already exists. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions are the controls that determine which timeline you experience. When you deeply believe in a new version of yourself and act accordingly, the quantum field adjusts, and suddenly your external world begins to change. This is why some people seem to make massive leaps in life, going from struggle to success almost overnight. It's not magic, it's a shift in entanglement. The old version of them that struggled simply stopped existing in their awareness, and their consciousness became fully absorbed in a new reality. And when that happens, everything around them changes to match. Think about the biggest changes in your life. The moments when everything suddenly shifted, when a single decision altered the course of your entire future. Those weren't random events. They were quantum shifts, moments when you unknowingly merged with a different timeline. Now imagine if you could do this intentionally, if you could step into a new reality at will. The truth is, you can. And once you do, you'll realize that reality is not something you are trapped inside. It is something you are shaping, second by second. And the more consciously you do it, the faster your world transforms. Once you fully embrace this understanding, you begin to see the ultimate truth about reality. It has never been separate from you. The illusion of separation is just that, an illusion. Every single thing you've ever experienced, every person you've met, every opportunity or obstacle that has appeared in your life has been a direct reflection of your own consciousness. The only difference now is that you are aware of it. And with awareness comes control. Most people spend their lives reacting to circumstances, believing that reality is something happening to them. They see themselves as small, powerless individuals in a vast, chaotic universe. But the moment you grasp the mechanics of quantum entanglement, that perspective shatters. You realize that reality isn't something external. It's something you are constantly influencing. And not just in small ways, but in every way. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself. Your consciousness is not housed in your brain. It extends far beyond your physical form, interacting with the quantum field at all times. This means that everything you desire, every goal you set, every dream you hold, it already exists. The only thing separating you from it is the frequency you are tuned into. So what happens when you fully integrate this knowledge into your daily life? Everything changes. You no longer react to circumstances. You shape them. Fear and doubt begin to dissolve because you recognize that nothing is random. Every challenge is simply a test of alignment, a moment where the universe asks, "Are you ready to step into the reality you claim to want?" And if you respond with belief, if you move forward with the certainty that your desired reality is already yours, the quantum field rearranges itself to match that expectation. At this level, you begin to notice something strange. The passage of time feels different. You experience more moments of flow, where everything seems effortless. You feel a deeper connection to the people around you, as if you can sense their thoughts and emotions without them speaking. Your intuition becomes razor-sharp, guiding you toward the exact situations you need. And perhaps, most importantly, you no longer feel lost, because you understand that you were never lost to begin with. You were simply unaware of your own power. This is the final truth of quantum entanglement. When you master it, you don't just change your reality, you change yourself. You step into a version of you that has always existed, waiting for you to claim it. And once you do, you realize that the only limits that ever existed were the ones you believed in. At this point, you have a choice. You can dismiss this as just another idea, another concept that sounds interesting but doesn't apply to you. Or you can experiment with it. You can test it in your own life. You can begin observing your thoughts, shifting your emotions, acting as if your desired reality is already here. And if you do, you will see the evidence for yourself. You will experience the shift. You will know, without a doubt, that reality is something you have been creating all along. And once you see that truth, there's no going back.